Happy Saturday evening. Happy now. Happy almost new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. And oh my goodness, you guys, I don't know if it's just because. Okay, so from an astrological standpoint, there are a lot of really big things and shifts happening in the next couple weeks. So our first is this new moon in Sagittarius, which is a solar eclipse, and it is a total solar eclipse. And so for me, that just means new beginnings. And I don't know about you, but we need some new beginnings, okay? So that just feels so good. And then we finally have Saturn moving out of Capricorn, and I am a Capricorn. And honestly, that is the part of me that I fight the most because I'm also a Aries moon and Sag rising. And Aries and Sagittarius are very like, let's just have a good time, you know, or I'm very impulsive, whereas Capricorn is like, no, we have to do things this way, and it's like the long game. And Saturn has been in Capricorn for a couple years now, and we are shifting into Aquarius. And oof, let me tell you guys, I have Jupiter in Aquarius, which is why I think that just being myself is so important to me because, you know, Aquarius energy is just be you. You know, and we have had Saturn in Capricorn, and Saturn loves that structure. And the thing is, we need structure, but we need to build it from a place where we take everybody into consideration. So, I don't know. I'm excited. I feel like this is going to be a beautiful new beginning. And on the 21st, Saturn and Jupiter will be conjunct, and they are meeting. And, you know, this hasn't happened since, you know, a ridiculously long time ago. Okay, I don't exactly know the date, but when they meet, it forms the Christmas star. So, big things happening, you guys. And it feels really good. So let's see what our energy has to say. Is our snuggled. If you can hear my heater in the background, sorry, we just like it toasty around here. Oh, okay, all right. They were gonna jump out, so they wanted to make their presence known. Oh my gosh. Also, it was such a beautiful day here. You know, I think that we, you know, with all of these lockdowns and, you know, not a lot of indoor seating, and well, there's no indoor seating right now. But the weather has just really been cooperating, and I think that is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. All right, so we got envy, you know, and I think that we have the power to create our own reality, you know, and if we stop paying attention to what's going on everywhere else and we look inside rather than looking outside of ourselves for the answers, and actually tending to our own gardens, actually tending to what needs to be tended to, we can create beauty in our own little world. And I think once we do that, that is when there is this cornucopia of abundance and magic and beauty and all of the things. But if you keep looking outside of yourself for the answers, you're never going to find it. And I think that that is what the world is realizing, It starts within. It starts within, and it starts with love. It starts with love. Loving yourself, loving others, and loving this planet. And once you start to love yourself, once you stop looking outside of yourself, once you create that beauty within, create that safety within, you will start to see blessings everywhere. And the world will be a better place because of it. I love that so much. Okay, I want to do a wisdom oracle for a new beginning card, because this is a powerful new moon, so this can be a new intention collectively. Let's see what we get. Okay, well, we got that one for Sag season, so I love that that's showing up again, but I'm going to pull one more because why not? Because I can. But I love that that message just came through again, like, notice your blessings, I mean, this is a magical time. Look at her. Just all lit up. Okay, let's see what we get. Oh. Chop wood. What is that? Chop wood. 42. Oops. Chop wood. Being grounded in everyday experience. Humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it be to let nature take its course is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you into a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. Relationship message. Nothing is as important right now as just doing what you need to do day to day. Let your heart remember that not everything has to be hard-won, passionate, or even obviously meaningful. Relationships and friendships go through lulls when the everyday tasks are at the center of awareness. That is perfect now. Hold hands, wash dishes, make a fire, read a book, share a meal, Say nothing. Stare into space. Pick up socks. Tell a dumb joke. And leave space to breathe. The work of your relationship right now is very simple. Just to be present. Funny how it takes work to just be. All is well. Really. Prosperity message. Now is the time to take small steps rather than larger leaps. On the journey to creating your most prosperous life, move your focus off your big dream and attend to the mundane chores. Focus on the little things that maybe have piled up while you've been mapping out the greater plan for your life, and aspire to see it manifest into reality. Chop wood, carry water, as the Zen proverb advises, or wash dishes, walk the dog. While you're doing all that, Spirit will have a chance to move mountains and set wondrous miracles in motion for you. Remain humble and aware of the present. And a protection message. Are you an armchair astronaut? Do you dream of wealth and fame, big ideas, inventions, or desires with a capital D? The appearance of this card is a sign that you might be devoting far too much time to dreaming and talking about your dreams. You have to get out of the chair to make things happen. You actually have to do something. Start with a small task. Remember, the big dream becomes reality only after you've begun to take incremental steps. Mythologist Joseph Campbell once said, "Take one step towards the gods and they will take 10 steps towards you." That's beautiful, and I love that, there's two different messages. Some people need to chill out and just be and take care of your everyday chores in life. And then some people need to get out of that chair and go after their dreams, And I think that that's the beauty of being human. We are not all on the same path. Everybody has their own twists and turns, and, I think that that's what's so beautiful about it. We are all so different. And if we were all the same, how boring would that be? Alright, let's pull a goddess card because it's a new moon. Gotta get that feminine energy up in here. See who wants to assist us with this happy, magical time. Pele. Divine passion. Be honest with yourself. What is your heart's true desire? And I love that because Sagittarius is a fire sign. So, this is a new beginning. What do you want this new beginning to look like? How can you just dance in the fire? I mean, she's not afraid of the fire, I think a lot of times we can be afraid of fire, but fire can be beautiful. Fire is what ignites you. So think about what it is that ignites you. What is your heart's true desire? And I love, I have all of this fire around me right now. Love it so much. Okay. And let us do an animal card because I really love these. That candle smells so good. and it says breathe. We got the nightingale, which is an air sign. So let's see what message our little nightingale has for us. Fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. The song of the nightingale is otherworldly. This simple brown bird, almost unnoticeable among the flashy plumage of other birds, transports its listener to the realm of poetry. Nightingale energy is with us when we write, compose, and especially when we sing. It reminds us that music heals the deepest wounds. This card indicates a need to open the bridge between the heart and the voice. Is there something you need to say? How long has it been since you sang? Turn it up, write it down, and let it out. When in balance, sings, speaks freely with kindness. When out of balance, shy, lump in the throat. To bring into balance, music. I love that. I do sing a lot in my car and in the shower. But I have been just finding new music recently, and it is amazing how music can just transport you to a different place, and how lyrics can just speak right to you, or right to wounds, or bring you back to a place and time, or, I think music is a language that we all speak. And I think that lyrics can impact you differently depending upon life experiences, So I love that. It's beautiful. Let's see what Sacred Rebel wants to come through for this magical, potent time as we get close to closing out 2020. We'll close out 2020 with I've gotten that one recently, but let me see if we can get something different. I think we got that one last time, which means it's still a potent message, but I think that there's got to be something else. Maybe. But we have a full moon on. But of course, we got the Sacred Fool. And in tarot, the Fool is Sagittarius, ruled by Sagittarius. So, it just makes sense. The Fool is a great rebel, able to thwart convention and tell the truth without restraint. Your heart is a powerful, wonderful, sacred fool. It cares not for the right way to do things. It cares not for what the mind says is real and not real. It lives according to an inner wisdom that cannot be dictated to or controlled by anything. It loves, it lives, and it is what it is. This oracle heralds a time, now or imminent, when you will feel inspired, alive and passionate for what you can offer to the world. It says to you, don't try to be appropriate. Don't try to be socially acceptable and worry about what others may think about what you are doing. Just be. If you want to wear a mad hat whilst doing so, fine. The sacred fool in you is willing to leave behind what has been because it no longer feels right to stay attached to it. The sacred fool in you trusts life completely. It would never occur to this part of you to try and outsmart life or resist its flow. It recognizes that the mind is a monkey puppet on strings. More often than not, it is cajoled into fear when it could be playfully dwelling in the radical spontaneity of life. So the sacred fool in you urges your mind to let itself be pulled into joy by your heartstrings, not into fear and doubt by the controlling machines of mass media. This oracle brings you a message. It's time for you to play. It's time for you to let life happen in a completely unreserved, unscripted way. The more bizarre, left of field, unexpected, and apparently ridiculous, the better. This might not feel safe or appropriate at first. That is okay. That is good, actually. It is a sign that you are breaking with your own self-imposed conventions. It is time to move beyond them now, because a bigger life adventure is calling to you. This is wonderful news. It is the desire of life to operate more radically through you, so that you become the conduit through which miracles and crazy wild synchronicity can occur. You are becoming more electric. You are more plugged into the apparent randomness of life, apparent because there is a refined intelligence behind it all. The sacred fool goes with this, without having to understand any of it, which is good. Trying to access even one genuine glimpse of life's unfathomable genius would probably make one's head explode. As you take this journey, you may find that people around you are challenged. You might unintentionally cause them to rethink the way they live their lives. They may question whether the way they are living is the only way for them, or even the best way. At first, they may react rather than take responsibility. The sacred fool in you doesn't engage with this. It is what it is, and it rises and falls as it will. It doesn't stop you from your merry dance of unconventional being. If you find yourself making choices that have others questioning your sanity, then you are on the right course. You may feel that you are quite possibly going insane, but you are not crazy. You are just approaching enlightened awareness. There is a moment, sometimes a rather long one, when we wake up to life, shed our attachment to mass opinion, and float in a completely state of being. We might find that no one is really able to understand or connect with us to the point that we question our state of mind. Stay with that. It will pass. You will eventually see that you are becoming sane in an insane world. The tables will turn and you will gain great inner freedom and creative juice. Stay on your path. Stay on the journey. Remember to take nothing too seriously. It will all work out perfectly. And you know what's really beautiful? I know that I pulled this card. I don't know. I feel like I know I pulled it on a video that I did. And this just feels like full circle. And the fact that I am a Sagittarius rising, like, that is the part of me that the world sees. That is, and I've been leaning into just, this is who I am. Either you like me or you don't. And I have on a Rolling Stones tank top right now. Because I like it, alright? But there is a healing process, so let's do it. So say, I call on the sacred fool of unconditional love. Please help me access your lightness of spirit, your wisdom, and your ability to exist in the heart of truth. To be powerful without becoming attached, or obsessed by power. I honor your vision. May I see and know so truly and be free. I choose of my own free will to give myself absolute permission to just be myself, now and always, through unconditional love, mercy, and compassion. So be it. I love that. I love that so much. Yes. That just feels like, who are you? And can you let the world see the real you? And are you okay with being rejected? Because, once I started really speaking my truth and standing up for what I believed in, yeah, people didn't like me. And that was hard. But I think what's harder is not being able to speak up, not being able to share your voice, that nightingale. You have to be able to share your voice. And I think even, as women, for so long, we were told to sit down and shut up and only talk when you're spoken to. And, I think that there is this new dawn that is breaking with just so many outdated concepts. And I just feel really good about it. So let's do one Miracles Now card, and then I'm going to wrap this up because holy cow, we're already at 27 minutes. But it's a big one, you guys. It's a big one. And it feels super powerful, super magical. And I mean, just Saturn moving into Aquarius in itself is just gives me all the feels. So good. So good. Okay. I showed, I did a reading in like the end of last January, and I pulled this card and it says, I am not the victim, I am the lighthouse. And I just felt the need to like show it on my Instagram stories the other day. And it's so funny because, I think that when you do the hard work, when you go in the trenches, when you go and see your shadow, when you face the dark parts of you, when you bring those to light, you are able to be the lighthouse. When you're no longer acting from your subconscious. And it's not to say that you're not going to fall back into old patterns, because we all do. Like, we are human, we are messy, we are complicated. But I think just having the self-awareness to know when that shows up, to know that, oh, okay, I know where this is coming from. I know what to do. I know how to nurture myself. I know what my inner child needs, Once you become aware of that, you can become the lighthouse. And I think that that's what we're all working towards, I think that 2020 has been that clear vision. Like, I think that we see where our problems are. And I always believe that they start with you. And it's not to say that we call in these horrible things, There's just, life happens, shitty things happen. But how do you deal with them after they happen, If you stick your head in the sand and then you go out and hurt other people, you're the victim. If you say, I need help, I don't know what I'm doing, you can show others that it's safe to ask for help too. All right, my loves. Well, I think this is going to be powerful. I'm so excited. big things. So yeah, take care of yourself. Drink lots of water. It still is eclipse energy and it is extra intense. But I just think it's going to be good. So, sending you so much love. As always, take what resonates, leave the rest, and have a beautiful nap. And I will see you soon.